I literally cannot take it anymore, bestie. Like, I am so done. City life is a complete and total scam.
Oh, it's a fabricated delusion, 100%.
Right. It is a delusion that we are all just, like, collectively buying into, and I am officially opting out. I am done.
You're retiring from the city.
Fully retiring.
Yeah.
Because 1 minute, I am living my absolute best life, right? I'm planning rooftop cocktails, putting together this, like, really cute little linen set.
Oh, I saw the linen set. It was a moment.
Thank you. I was feeling like Carrie Bradshaw's cooler, younger cousin, and then literally the next minute, I am dodging these, like, ankle-deep, mystery liquid puddles.
Puddles are never just water. That's the terrifying part.
Never. It's always some sort of radioactive sludge, and I'm carrying this completely useless umbrella that it immediately flipped inside out the second a gust of wind hit it.
Naturally. Because umbrellas in the city are just, like, decorative items. They don't actually function.
They don't. So I'm looking like a wet, angry rat trying to scurry into a bodega for shelter. It is a scam.
It's psychological warfare, honestly. Like, the city lulls you into this false sense of security with a gentle morning breeze, and then by 3 p.m., you're in a literal survival situation.
Fighting for your life.
Exactly. Fighting for your life against a rogue thunderstorm while wearing, like, suede loafers. The meteorological betrayal is just, it's unparalleled.
It is so rude. But anyway, babes, welcome back. We love you, we see you, and babes, have an amazing day.
Yes, have the best day, Snark Squad. Because we survived the trenches of the sidewalks just to bring you the commentary you deserve.
We really did. We braved the actual elements to bring you the chaos, and to cope with all this chaos, we have reinforcements today.
Highly necessary reinforcement.
Yes, babes. I need you to know that the Moscow Mules are officially on deck.
Oh, they are so on deck.
And let me tell you, these are giving intense Russian baddie energy right now. I am obsessed.
They really are. I feel very, like, covert ops right now.
Right. Because there is just this universally true fact about the world, and it is that every single drink tastes astronomically better in a copper mug.
I mean, the aesthetic certainly helps.
It's an emotional fact, bestie. It makes you feel like a spy in a Cold War thriller. Like, I need a trench coat immediately.
Well, let's be entirely honest with ourselves for a second, though. The ginger beer is doing, like, absolute heavy lifting in this situation.
Oh, totally. The ginger beer is the main character.
Without it, we're literally just drinking aggressively cold vodka out of a trendy metallic cup. I'm actually analyzing the lime to vodka ratio right now.
Oh boy, here comes the mixologist.
As a self-appointed, highly critical professional, I'd say we are leaning dangerously into the I need to forcibly erase today's commute from my memories territory.
Which, frankly, is exactly where we need to be. It is perfection. It's absolutely a main character cocktail.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you hold this mug, the condensation is doing that little drip down the side, and suddenly you're a woman with secrets, you know? Like a woman who maybe owns a horse or knows how to fence.
Fencing, really. We're fencing now.
I don't know, it just feels right. But seriously, Snark Squad, we have to talk about this rainy afternoon. Like, babes, why?
The sky just genuinely hates us.
It's supposed to be summer. I was promised sunshine, I was promised iced coffees glistening in the heat, and instead, I am being personally attacked by a thunderstorm.
It's the sheer audacity of it. You walk outside, fully committed to a summer aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
Sunglasses on, optimistic posture.
The strut? I had a strut going.
Yes, the strut. And within 30 seconds, the clouds roll in like ominous foreshadowing in a horror film.
And your hair just immediately gives up. Like,
Yeah.
it absorbs all the humidity until you look like you've been electrocuted in a swamp.
The frizz is an actual act of violence against us.
It is. And my shoes, bestie. My shoes somehow found every single puddle in a 3-block radius.
They have a magnetic pull. It's science.
They really do. It's like they wanted to find the dirtiest, grayest water possible. And the worst part was I was standing at this crosswalk, just soaked to the bone, right? And I looked over at this group of pigeons huddled under a scaffolding. And I swear to you, they looked just as offended as I was.
The pigeons were over it.
We literally made eye contact. The pigeon and I shared this profound mutual disgust for the city.
I mean, when you're trauma bonding with the local poultry over drainage issues, you know the system has failed you.
Totally failed.
It's a collective misery. Like, those pigeons were probably also promised a hot girl summer.
They were. They just wanted some artisanal bagel crumbs.
Right, and instead they're basically getting washed down a storm train. Tragic.
So tragic. So Snark Squad, because the weather completely ruined all our original plans, you know what we did.
We pivoted. We are pivoters.
We went right back on our hobby exploration spiral. And babes, After work, we tried goat yoga.
We did, and honestly, I am still processing the entire sensory overload of that room.
I am an altered woman. I instantly fell in love with every single goat in that studio.
I am deeply unsure of what happened to my nervous system, to be honest.
But there were these tiny little goats, like literally climbing on everyone's backs while we were trying to hold a downward dog.
It was objectively absurd.
And one of them, bestie, I can't even... One of them was wearing a tiny little red bandana, like a little cowboy.
Okay, the bandana was a strong visual choice. I will give you that.
I forgot all the yoga poses. I didn't care about my core strength. I just wanted to hold the baby goat.
Meanwhile, I spent exactly half the class just trying not to burst out laughing.
You were shaking on your mat.
Because you're trying to, center your breathing and align your chakras, and suddenly a farm animal with aggressively horizontal pupils is standing on your shoulder blades.
It was so cute, though.
It was actively chewing on the ends of your hair at one point. It completely shatters the meditative illusion.
But in the best way. Honestly, it might actually be the most relaxing workout ever.
I mean, it's a highly effective form of exposure therapy, I guess.
Right. Because you physically cannot stress about your emails when you're negotiating personal space with livestock.
True. The sheer unpredictability of a goat leaping over your head does demand, total mindfulness.
It really does. And Snark Squad, because we survived that light farm workout and the rain, we obviously had to reward ourselves.
It was a vital next step.
So we did a spa afternoon, manicures, pedicures, the absolute works.
Let me just put this on the record right now.
Yeah.
Those massage chairs performed actual miracles on my lower back.
Oh my gosh, yes. The deep tissue setting, life-changing.
I don't know the engineering behind the rollers in those things, but whoever designed that mechanical lumbar support deserves a Nobel Prize.
It was basically chiropractic care and just picking out nail colors that scream summer, even though the sky outside is screaming seasonal depression.
It's all about denial.
Total denial. The calming music, the fancy cucumber water, which, by the way, tasted like generational wealth.
We tasted like an 800 credit score, for sure.
Exactly. I was literally already planning our next appointment before the top coat was even dry on this one.
Well, it's the only logical response to existing in this environment.
Honestly, yes.
And frankly, considering the emotional stamina you need just to walk down a sidewalk in a thunderstorm, self-care should legally count as cardio.
Oh, absolutely.
My heart rate was spiking dodging umbrellas. Getting a pedicure was basically my cool-down stretch after a marathon.
Babes, I could talk about our chaotic city adventures for hours, but enough about us. Let's get into today's recap.
Brace yourself, Snark Squad. We are heading into an emotional minefield.
We are avid fans. We have been dying to tell you guys what happened, and I am spiraling.
The drama they served in Season 1, Episode 4. Unhinged.
The title is literally Sparks Fly, but the sparks were like a flooded basement electrical fire.
It was mostly weaponized vocabulary and residential spite, if we're being honest.
Residential spite, yes. Okay, let's start with the biggest, most chaotic train wreck of the hour. Kyle and Amanda's so-called trial separation.
Calling that a trial separation is the most PR-friendly, generous phrasing I've ever heard in my life.
It's a joke. Amanda moved out of their shared apartment to, create space.
Right, people take space. That happens.
But she didn't just get a sublet. She didn't go to an Airbnb. Bestie, she signed a 1-year lease on a completely unfurnished apartment.
An unfurnished 12-month legal commitment. Let's look at the behavioral data here because the actions do not match the label.
Signing a 1-year lease for a trial separation is like buying a wedding dress for a first date.
It is a massive structural move.
You have already made up your mind. Lindsay Hubbard is openly confused by this on the show.
Lindsay standing there surrounded by cardboard boxes is the most relatable she has ever been. She is the audience surrogate in that scene.
She was looking at Amanda like she had 3 heads. Because there is no logic. And then they go on this burger date.
Oh, the excruciating burger date. The rules they laid out were just bizarre.
Bizarre. Continuing therapy, spending 2 nights a week at each other's houses. And then Amanda demands Kyle call before coming over.
And he gets no key.
He gets no key to his own wife's apartment. You are treating your husband like a bad roommate you're trying to ghost.
You're legally bound in matrimony, and he doesn't get a piece of metal to unlock the door. He has to buzz up like a delivery driver.
It is ice cold. And then she sits there, eating a French fry, and says she's a fucking catch and wants him to fight for her.
I call this relationship quiet quitting. She doesn't want to be the bad guy who files for divorce, so she is structurally dismantling the marriage.
Yes. How is he supposed to fight for you when you've barricaded yourself behind a 12-month lease?
She's moving her desk to the basement, basically, waiting for Kyle to fire her so she can collect the emotional severance package.
And Kyle asked her point blank, "Do you feel like you're in love with me?" And she cries and says yes, but her biggest fear is losing him.
Which makes zero sense if you just packed your life into U-Haul boxes. But did you notice the physical evidence during that dinner scene?
Oh, I zoomed in. I was pausing my TV.
Kyle is sitting there, visibly stressed, gripping his glass, and he is wearing his wedding ring.
And Amanda?
Bare fingers. No ring.
She claimed she just wasn't wearing jewelry that day.
Please. We all know what a missing ring signifies on reality TV. It's a deliberate visual cue. It's a billboard.
The Reddit commentary on this was savage. The Snark squad online was writing actual dissertations.
Highly observant dissertations. What's the consensus there?
Well, everyone points out that Amanda looks gleeful, like visibly gleeful about leaving.
She has this suppressed lightness to her, a little smirk she keeps trying to hide.
Exactly. And one commenter pointed out the petty packing. She packed the dishes.
Oh, the sheer sadism of taking the plates.
She left him in a position where he has to buy paper plates or a whole new dinnerware set just to eat breakfast. Like, he deserved to buy new ones.
Leaving the shared apartment to rot. Fans are saying she's sadistically toying with him, enjoying the upper hand.
And they're wondering if Kyle secretly likes being domed by her in this highly punishing dynamic.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But I really think the lease dictates the timeline here, not her heart. The minute you get a guarantor on a new zip code, the marriage is in palliative care. Snark Squad, I have to ask you, get in the comments. Do we actually believe Amanda wants to save this marriage? Or is she just stringing him along?
She's absolutely stringing him along.
It's so dark. But wait, as exhausting as they are, we have to talk about Kenny, Whitney, and the murky language police.
Ah, yes. The masterclass in psychological evasion.
I am getting so emotional on Whitney's behalf. This gorgeous girl literally moved across the country for Kenny.
Packed up her entire life.
And at their anniversary dinner, she confronts him because word got back to her that Kenny said their future was murky and lacked a spark.
The telephone game was operating at maximum efficiency here. Kenny to Kyle, Kyle to Andrea, Andrea to Lexi, Lexi to Whitney.
And how does Kenny defend himself? Does he reassure her? No. He scrambles. He says, well, spark was maybe the wrong word.
Semantic deflection.
Babes, there is no wrong word. If you don't have a spark, why did you let her move?
He claims he just has a hard time getting excited about lifelong commitment.
Then why are you wasting her prime dating years? It makes me sick. What Kenny is doing is a classic psychological defense mechanism. It closely mirrors Darvo deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender.
Wait, break that down for the Snark squad? Because that sounds exactly like what he was doing.
Gladly. First, he denies. He says, I didn't use the word murky. Spark was the wrong word. You're misquoting me. He focuses entirely on the vocabulary, not the sentiment.
Oh my God, yes. He was obsessed with the word murky.
Then he attacks. He attacks Kyle, Andrea, and Lexi, accusing them of trying to sabotage his relationship.
Right.
Finally, he reverses victim and offender. Suddenly, Kenny's the victim of a toxic friend group, and Whitney is comforting him about how hard it is that people are gossiping.
It's so twisted, he completely bypassed any accountability.
He played the language police perfectly.
And then it escalates into this massive fight with Andrea on the roof. Kenny comes at him with his chest puffed out,
accusing Andrea of cherry-picking buzzwords.
And Andrea actually stood his ground. He was like, I didn't say the specific word, but that's the exact vibe you're giving.
Because Andrea did something very dangerous to an avoidant person. He distilled Kenny's evasive behavior into one highly accurate adjective.
Murky. His behavior is the definition of murky.
Exactly. He wants the live-in girlfriend without the burden of forward momentum.
And then Gavin steps in later at Bandit's bar. Gavin.
Of all people.
He tells Kenny maybe his relationship is too perfect and boring and lacks passion, and Kenny explodes.
He claims Gavin is jealous and that he's pushed to his edge.
But the most baffling part of this to me, and I need your analytical take on this, why is Whitney just sitting there quietly while Gavin and Kenny debate her relationship?
It is the sunk cost fallacy in action. She is quietly sipping her drink because she has invested too much to walk away now.
It was so cringe to watch. Stand up, girl.
If she acknowledges Kenny's doubts, she has to acknowledge she made a massive mistake moving. So she adopts his narrative. She blames the group.
If a man told his boys he wasn't excited about me, I would be repacking that U-Haul before the appetizers even arrived.
It's self-preservation for her at this point.
It's tragic. Okay, speaking of toxic dynamics, we have to touch on Danielle's group chat scandal.
The secret group chat. Classic reality TV mess.
Danielle is fighting these homewrecker rumors about her boyfriend, Eowan, because he was shown a secret group chat between Kyle, Amanda, and Katie gossiping about his divorce timeline.
And Danielle handled it perfectly. She sat Ewan down, looked at the camera, and clarified the timeline for the audience.
She said, yes, he is technically still married on paper, but they didn't start dating until 4 months after his physical separation.
She established the facts and refused to apologize to Amanda.
I loved it. I loved her setting the record straight and pointing out Amanda's massive hypocrisy.
Analytically, Danielle holds the moral high ground here.
Yeah.
Amanda is participating in a covert gossip ring about someone else's timeline while demanding extreme privacy for her own failing marriage.
It's pure projection. Amanda's like, let me pack up Kyle's plates, but did you hear about Danielle's boyfriend?
Classic misdirection.
Yeah.
If we focus on Danielle, no one asks Amanda why she signed a 12-month lease.
Go buy a couch, Amanda. Leave Danielle alone. And meanwhile, Lindsay is just in her own world.
Lindsay is attempting to re-enter the dating scene with country music star Dustin Lynch,
Which was so random.
a pairing no one had on their bingo card. And the internet shade was immediate and ruthless.
The internet said it gave intense Rhea match energy, like highly curated, forced PR stunt vibes.
It was entirely devoid of genuine human warmth, and fans were dissecting Dustin's mannerisms, claiming he gives off, quote, gay face.
The internet is so out of pocket, but honestly, people are just loving seeing Lindsay hang out with her real friends like her baby Gemma, instead of the toxic housemates.
It provides a necessary contrast. You have the dark, legalistic energy of Amanda's lease, Kenny's Darvu maze, and then Lindsay just trying to drink a cocktail and pet a dog.
It really highlights how absurd everyone else is acting. Okay, babes, I need a breather. My heart rate is too high from Kenny's fragile ego.
Let's transition to our survival guides for the week.
Yes, let's get into segment 1, City Survival Rankings.
The task is simple, but it will test our friendship. We rank these city experiences from easiest to hardest.
I am ready to fight you on this. I have strong emotional opinions.
The items are finding parking, making brunch reservations, riding public transit in the rain, grocery shopping while hungry, and keeping a plant alive.
Okay, I am going first. Keeping a plant alive in a dark city apartment is the hardest. Number 5, dead last. It is literally impossible.
You're leading with pure emotion and a history of horticultural incompetence.
Excuse me.
Keeping a plant alive is a private failure. Riding public transit in the rain is a public psychological horror movie. Transit is definitively the hardest.
No,
Yeah.
you don't understand the emotional toll of a dying fiddle leaf fig. You buy this beautiful plant, bring it into your shoebox apartment that faces a brick wall.
That's your first mistake.
It gets exactly 4 minutes of indirect sunlight. You water it, it gets root rot. You don't water it, it turns to dust. It drops a leaf every time you look at it.
I see the emotional investment, but a dying plant does not assault your physical senses. Imagine this. It's 5:30 p.m., pouring rain.
Ugh, don't make me picture it.
You descend into the subway. It feels like a humid, subterranean terrarium of despair.
Stop, I'm getting claustrophobic.
Every person has a wet umbrella threatening your eye. You squeeze between a man eating a pungent tuna sandwich and a teenager playing chaotic TikTok audio on speaker.
Okay, the tuna sandwich is a hate crime.
The smell of wet wool and human desperation. You are trapped in a metal tube under a river. That is the peak of human suffering.
Okay, wow. Horrifyingly vivid, but what if you just take a cab?
In the rain. Have you tried ordering an Uber in a downpour? Surge pricing hits triple digits, traffic stops, and you sit in a humid sedan for an hour to go 6 blocks. Logistical nightmare.
Fine, when you bring surge pricing into it, you win. Public transit in the rain is the hardest. So where does the plant go?
Keeping a plant alive is number 4. It's manageable if you just buy fake plants like a rational adult. Now, what's the easiest?
Easiest is definitely grocery shopping while hungry. It requires 0 skill, just a credit card. It's just financially
A
ruinous.
profound financial disaster, yes.
You walk into Trader Joe's wanting oat milk, and suddenly you leave with $80 of artisanal cheeses and a hot rotisserie chicken you're going to eat over the sink.
Operationally, very easy. You just put things in a cart. I agree. That's number 1. Which leaves finding parking and making brunch reservations.
Finding parking is significantly harder than brunch. Brunch just requires an aggressive alarm on Resi for 9 a.m. on a Tuesday.
And fast thumbs.
Parking is like playing high-stakes Tetris with $40,000 metal boxes, while delivery drivers honk, and you're deciphering signs that say no parking except on leap years.
The street signs are ancient riddles. You are correct. So the ranking is hungry grocery shopping, brunch reservations, finding parking, keeping a plant alive, and public transit in the rain.
Validated. Okay, segment 2. Soft Girl Starter Pack. Bestie, build your ultimate rainy day soft girl kit. Drink, snack, TV show, blanket, and unnecessary luxury item. You go first.
Mine is highly curated to optimize dopamine without sacrificing aesthetic integrity.
Naturally.
Drink. A ceremonial-grade matcha latte
Mm.
with macadamia milk, half a pump of vanilla, in a double-walled glass mug.
That sounds like a clinical prescription.
Precision is comfort. Snack.
Mm.
Truffle Marcona almonds. Elevated healthy fats and, crucially, mess-free. I won't tolerate crumbs.
No crumbs in the soft girl era. Got it.
TV show. A perfectly engineered, heavily researched true crime doc with a soothing British narrator. I want detached detectives solving a 1994 mystery.
You were watching brutal murders to relax. That is serial killer girl, not soft girl.
It engages the mind while the body rests. Blanket. A king-sized, heated, strategically weighted blanket. Single-user experience. I will not share it.
A personal thermal cocoon?
And on my luxury item, a $300 mulberry silk eye mask that blocks out all ambient light and the general existence of other people.
Babes, you just described a sensory deprivation tank. You want to isolate like a reptile and analyze cold cases in the dark?
It's restorative. Let's hear yours then.
Mine is highly emotional and deeply messy. Drink. A massive, irresponsible pour of heavy Cabernet in a wine glass the size of my head.
Hydration is clearly an afterthought.
Obviously. Snack. A family-sized bag of white cheddar popcorn eaten straight from the bag like a feral raccoon. No bowls.
It's aggressively messy.
TV show. Vintage early seasons of Real Housewives. Grainy camera quality, table flipping, screaming about family vans. I want high drama that requires zero intellect.
Downward social comparison. You want to feel better by watching rich women lose their minds?
Yes. Blanket. A fluffy, chunky knit blanket that sheds fuzzies everywhere but feels like a hug from a cloud.
Impractical but cozy.
And luxury item. An absurdly expensive designer candle that smells like burning mahogany. I will watch it literally burn my money away while I eat popcorn like a gremlin.
The juxtaposition of a luxury literary candle and eating out of a bag like a raccoon is truly your personal brand.
I contain multitudes. All right, segment 3. Hobby Hall of Fame. We have to rank every hobby we've tried. Rec basketball, running club, fishing, pottery, Italian class, and goat yoga. What gets retired?
Running club gets permanently retired. Instantly. It is a cult disguised as cardiovascular health.
Vehemently agree.
Too much pressure. And the neon lycra apparel is visually offensive before 8 a.m.
I thought we were going to lightly jog and gossip, but people were sinking Garmins and talking about splits, retired forever, rec basketball.
Retired. The aggressive competitiveness of 30-something men in a humid gym gave me a migraine.
The squeaking sneakers alone.
I feared for my ankles. No one is getting scouted for the NBA. Calm down.
The testosterone was suffocating. What about fishing?
I liked the silence. But once a flailing creature was pulled from the water, I realized I have zero pioneer survival skills. Retired.
Hooking the worms was a hard boundary for me, so that leaves pottery, Italian class, and goat yoga.
Goat yoga stays forever. First ballot Hall of Fame. The element of absurdity is incredibly grounding.
First ballot. I'm bringing treats next time. Pottery.
Deeply humbling. I went in expecting ghost and ended up fighting a spinning wheel to make a lumpy ashtray. But it got me off my phone.
Keep it as a sometimes hobby, but Italian class, bestie, that stays permanently.
I need to interject with harsh reality here. Your retention of Italian is currently limited to ordering pasta with an exaggerated accent.
That is irrelevant. I keep it for the aesthetic. Sitting in a dim cafe, drinking Montepulciano, pretending to study while we gossip.
It's purely European romanticism.
It makes me feel glamorous. It stays. Okay, final segment. Main character city moments. Share one everyday moment that made you feel like a movie star this week. Delusion encouraged.
Oh, I'm sure yours is full of delusion.
Listen, I was walking down the avenue blasting a dramatic Hans Zimmer playlist.
Yeah.
I walked into my coffee shop right as the beat dropped.
Cinematic.
I took off my sunglasses, and the barista, who usually hates everyone, handed me my iced oat milk latte before I even ordered. He just knew. In my head, it was an indie rom-com, and he's hopelessly in love with me.
Let me analyze the structural reality here. A man heavily incentivized by tips recognized a habitual customer and pre-made a beverage to expedite his workflow during a rush.
Stop analyzing the magic. Our hands brushed. I tipped $3 and strutted out like Anne Hathaway in Devil Wears Prada.
You interpreted customer service efficiency as romance.
Let me have my joy. What was your moment, Mr. Logic?
Mine relies on physics. I was running late, sprinted into the subway, swiped my card flawlessly on the first try.
Oh, a perfect swipe is rare.
Exactly. I descended the stairs, and just as my shoe hit the platform, the express doors opened. I stepped in without breaking stride, and the doors closed literally 1 millimeter behind my backpack.
Wait.
It was a perfectly choreographed ballet of urban transit. I felt like Jason Bourne.
Okay. Nailing the subway door timing is basically an Olympic gold medal. I deeply respect that. You defeated the infrastructure.
It was a glorious moment of dominance.
Well, babes, we have survived the rain, unpacked Kenny's murky Darvo maze, and ranked our hobbies. But before we go, I want to leave you with one final unhinged thought.
Proceed with the thesis.
Think about this. Is signing a 1-year lease for a trial separation just the modern city girl way of getting your partner to pack up your apartment for you?
Oh, wow.
She doesn't have to lift heavy boxes. Kyle probably carried the sofa down the stairs. Amanda might be an evil genius.
Outsourcing manual labor under the guise of working on things. A chilling theory. I'll be thinking about that sunk cost fallacy all week.
Right. Snark Squad, get in the comments. First, Moscow Mule or Aperol Spritz?
Second, have you tried goat yoga? And did the goat wear a bandana?
Third, what's the most random hobby you've picked up? And what is your perfect rainy day activity? True crime in the dark or housewives and popcorn?
Thank you for joining the chaos today. Protect your suede shoes.
We love you. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this with another snarker. Send it to the group chat. Stay cozy, stay chaotic. And we'll see you on the snark side.